Fuck yeah, Chief Keef, baby, let's go. Fuck yeah. How the hell are we doing tonight? Hell yeah, get loud, get ready, because I'm about to blow your fucking mind. What do you guys think about the fucking hat? Yeah, kind of cool, kind of what's up or what? Yeah. You know, I usually wear this hat when I want to look larger and more imposing to predators. You know, kind of like a bear, you're supposed to get big with the bear. That's how I feel about this hat. You know, how do we feel about pompadours? I had a homeboy in college. His name was Fernando, right? Cool guy, bit of a fuckboy, but he had a big ass fucking pompadour. And the other day I was like, hey man, like when you had the pompadour, did it like call to you like the Green Goblin mask? And he's like, he didn't like that one, but the hat calls to me like the Green Goblin mask. Let's see. You know, so Glendale was mentioned a little bit earlier. Armenians, are we familiar with the Glendale Armenian population? Woo! Oh yeah, I heard. But I just wanted to say, you know, I love my Armenian brothers and sisters. Shout out to Glendale. May your BMWs never crash. How many Armenians does it take to crash a Mercedes? 2. One driving the Mercedes, one driving the BMW. You know, I hate when I go to like a restaurant in Glendale, right? And I can't order any fucking food because I can't understand them because they're speaking Armenian. And it's not even like an Armenian restaurant; it's a McDonald's. You know, I love it when my Native American friend tells me that he's feeling depressed, because then it's easier to convince him to go to the casino with me. You know, anybody else like heartwarming videos on YouTube? Anybody like getting the touchy-feelies out? Hell yeah. You know, my favorite kind of heartwarming video is when they go and bail a random guy out of jail. All I want for Christmas this year is for the charges to get dropped. You know, I used to train boxing back in the day. You know, back in my early 20s, I used to be pretty decent at boxing. I was in a few amateur fights, and, you know, I was in pretty good shape. But the problem, you know, from my personal experience with learning how to fight is now you want to go try it on people and shit. You know what I mean? And, you know, usually I'm like, hey, bro, hey, dog, I got boxing gloves in the car. You want to spar? Like, fuck yeah, let's go. We have a great time. Other people are like, nah, you don't want none of that. And then 10 minutes later, he's showing me the AK-47s in his trunk. True story. True story, actually. Happened around here. FBI watch this. More like FBI watch this. You know, you gotta be careful in these streets, man, you know. You gotta be careful out here, dog. You know, I'm serious, man. You know, one time, I was taking the fucking blue line, right? I was going to like South LA. I was going through the hood, man. I was the only white kid on the bus. I was like 16 years old. And I'm sitting there on the bus, right? And then this homeless gentleman, you know, bags in his hands. He comes into the bus, black gentleman. He's like, God bless you, cracker! And he singles me out on the fucking bus. And I'm just, what the fuck is this? It scared the shit out of me, but that was pretty much the extent of it. I'm gonna say this one, you know, the hard part about being born biracial is being both called a Nazi and a beaner. Yeah, middle school as well. You know, I know a thing or two about, you know, mean nicknames in high school, you know what I mean? My nickname was Faggot. Fucked me up. You know, I recently started smoking cigarettes to quit vaping. Anybody have that idea? It's really hard, you know, because when you hit the fucking vape, it's just like, whoa, dude, like a huge fucking rush, man. But cigarettes is not as appealing, you know what I mean? But the problem with cigarettes is that you can't smoke a cigarette while you're filling up your car with gasoline. Did I write that? No, I've been practicing smiling more in therapy. Anybody else in therapy? Just to clarify, I am the therapist. Yeah, I actually have a master's in social work. Anybody like social work in here? Anybody here like social work? Hell nah. Fuck that. You know, because the problem is, you know, I'm kind of really thinking about about this topic really long and hard, because on one hand, people say therapy helps them and shit, right? But on the other hand, my thing is like, it's kind of an attempt to recreate the Catholic confession, but instead of talking to a priest, we're talking to a white woman who voted for Joe Biden. That's where we draw the line. I don't vape because I'm gay. I'm gay because I vape. Hell yeah, it's just on my life. Just tell me something.
Oh, okay. Your father.
Oh God, don't get me started on him. So, my dad was a tough gentleman, a paratrooper, 82nd Airborne Division, hoarded a lot of guns and gasoline, right? He was always like, Thomas, I'm gonna be ready for the race war. And I'm like, okay, Dad. And then we're all fucking like, I had 3 stepbrothers, right? Jesse, Robert, and Jonathan, right? And Jesse was known as the runt of the litter, okay? Because he was the smallest, he was the weakest, most vulnerable. My dad liked to pick on him. And so one day, Jesse's, taking a shit on the toilet, right? My dad kicks the door and he goes, get off the ground, you fucking pussy! And Jesse shit all over the place and had to clean it up. It's terrible. Thank you. God bless.